back in, wipe my sin.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
On the ball.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. To throw on second down is Newton. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in with the production.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Julian Edelman from 17 yards out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now McCown. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run it now, out the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, here's McCown. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Heading to the line, McCown with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. McCown now on 1st down. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Lamar Miller, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And Dominic Coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. To play in a tightly contested first half. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Heading to the line, McCown with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now a handoff to Miller. And he's got some space here. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He's going to get him running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun here for McCown. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon with a return of 102 yards. And the Rams are in for 6.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he finds the tight end, Reed. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Forced out to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the gun, here's Newton. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Julian Edelman as the first half is winding down. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The final shot before half of the count. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. McCown throwing on second. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And able to find Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. On first down, McCown. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard.